The very moment that I met you, I had more reservations about you.
Several people have asked me about what it costs to live in Chiang Mai. I'm going to show you what I'm paying for various services and, of course, give you a little look at what I'm paying for. This is the pool, and this is the balcony of my room. Now, there's enough room for washing dishes and doing some cooking outside if I want to. And then as we go into the room, it's basically a studio, and we have workstations here, bed and vanity, refrigerator, microwave, workstation. Here's the map of North Thailand I use to keep up with where I've ridden my motorcycle. Here's my closet space, front door, and bathroom facility. Pardon my housekeeping. I'm going to go over a few of the things I just showed you. First of all, the critical expenses are what I mean by things you have to live. Now, obviously, if you're a hobo, if you're a backpacker, you may want to get into the hostels because they can cost significantly less if you don't mind sharing bathrooms and being in a dormitory style environment. I've showed you what the conditions are at the place I live, and there are a number of places that are very similar nearby. So, $450, you can live on it in exactly the manner I've showed you. As far as extras go, you're going to have to look at some things that you have to ask yourself questions about, and that would include how much entertainment do you need, what type of entertainment do you need. There's plenty of stuff you can do for free, except for here, alcohol is not as cheap as food and other services. So, for instance, you can spend 100 baht a day on alcohol easily. For 2 beers, the 600 milliliter style, you're going to end up paying $100 baht at a 7-Eleven style store, and as much as 100 to 120 baht for the same beverage. So if you're not careful, alcohol can get into between 10 to 20% of your money. Transportation. Now, I have a motorcycle, but I walk to restaurants, and most everything I do here in Chiang Mai is simply not that far. And I'm 68, so if you can't walk as much as I can, you might be half a sissy. I don't know. They want you to have an international driver's license, which is cheap and easy to get. All you do is Google international driver's license. It's simple. There are scooters available for as little as $900 that are pretty much a scooter culture here. So and everybody drives them, so it's something you might want to consider if you need a transportation at all. A lot of my friends and expats are not owners of any type of vehicle. They rely on the taxis, the tuk-tuks, which is a 3-wheel open-air motorcycle with a roof on it, and the song towels, which is a pickup truck with big seats in the back. It's also covered, and it's about the cheapest. It's about 30 baht to most places in town. So for the few times you have to go somewhere further away, like to get your visa out at the Promenade, if you're renewing, you may have to spend 200 or 300 baht. We also have Uber here, and I understand that's 90 baht for the same trip. So, visa maintenance, that's another issue. I'm on a retirement visa, and I'll leave a link in the description to a blog I've written on actually retiring to Thailand, and it has a number of the forms and the how-to, and I use an expediter. You don't have to, you can do it yourself, but my expediter is first in line every day because of connections they have. And some people go out at 5 and 6 in the morning to wait in line. So it's convenient and it's not particularly expensive. I think for a multi-exit permit and a 1-year retirement visa, I paid less than $300 US. So there's your visa maintenance. Of course, there are a number of visas, such as tourist visa, which you'll get when you get here on most passports, which last 30 days. There are also student visas, working visas, and any number of them, which I don't know which will apply to you, so that's something you have to research. I have done the research on the retirement visa, however, and you'll find that information is current in the last year. Medical is also something that you'll have to address yourself. I'm healthy. It's been 12 or 15 years since I've seen a doctor. However, you may want to check and see if your retirement pension medical is any good in Thailand. Some of them will pay here, some of them are not. If you can't get medical here, I suggest you adjust your Social Security so you're not paying for something you can't collect on. And going back to the States for medical is, compared to how cheap the medical is here, is not necessarily the best plan. There are a number of good hospitals here. From where I'm sitting, I can walk to the nearest hospital in about 5 to 7 minutes. So that's not a problem. All right. And I will mention this about food. You can eat as little as 40 baht a meal, 50 baht a meal. It's pretty decent food. And you can eat for less than that if you want to grab like a piece of chicken and some rice and go super simple like for lunch. You can get down to 25 to 35 baht. So how fancy you want to eat, If you want a really nice steak, you're probably going to get up into the 750 baht a meal. And you add, adult beverage or two, and you can get up over 1,000 baht a meal. So a lot of this has to do with how much restraint you have and how you handle your money and food. But if you're on $1,000 a month pension, then you've got some room for food and alcohol worked in. And I'll also mention that the first class insurance for my motorcycle, which is a big bike according to the Thai definition of big bikes, my insurance is about $350 a year, about 13,000 baht. So that's manageable, and there are lesser insurances available. Let's see, I believe that's everything I wanted to mention. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to try to answer them or point you in the right direction. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll click like or share this with anybody you think the information might be useful to. From Chiang Mai, Thailand, this is TD Bob. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.